Open Your Eyes is brought to you by Smart, bringing people together, and the Belize Bank, our country, your bank.
Welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And good morning, Paul. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's the end to another week, and we are also excited.
Absolutely. I am so happy to be concluding this week. I was telling you guys that it felt like a really long one. And, you know, I always look forward to at least a day of rest, just not doing anything, not thinking about anything. I know for a lot of us, we probably have our plans to do that reset in our homes, probably go out and get some groceries, spend some time with family. But rest is so important, and I'm certainly looking forward to that at the conclusion of tonight. But I have to say, I'm really excited to be here this morning. Before we even jump into our What's Buzzing, I want to show you something, Paul.
Yeah.
I am so excited about my shirt this morning.
What are we looking at? Is that you?
This is not, but I have been getting a lot of questions. People think it's me. Thank you if you think I look this adorable. This is Alexa Smith, and well, it's actually a cartoon of Alexa Smith, and you would have seen her on the morning show. I also featured her in the news, I believe it was about a year or two ago, and she is a young Belizean. She's about 14 or 15. But she's so unique because she's an MMA fighter. This little girl is Belizean American, and she currently lives in the United States. But she represents Belize everywhere she goes. This is just an idea of what her uniform looks like. And if you look over there, it showcases a bit of jaguar prints from Belize.
See that.
She also tries to showcase the color. She wears Belize in everything, as you can see there. It actually says the name Belize. So every opportunity she gets, she talks about her home country, the country where her parents are from. I believe she lives in California, in the U.S., and she partakes in many competitions throughout the year. As I mentioned, she is a mixed martial arts fighter, and this is a young girl who is dominating in a sport that you could also say is a little bit male dominated as well. But she has such a huge support from her parents. She has a young sibling who has admired her. There she is on the screen. And of course, I believe it was just maybe a couple weeks ago, she would have visited us here on set. Every time she comes to Belize, she tries to give back and showcase that other girls and boys can really venture into this discipline of sport as well.
So here's a big question. How do we get our hands? How did you get your hands on some merch?
So I actually wasn't even here. I came to work and they said, Sabrina, you have a gift. Apparently Alexa came and brought me a shirt, but I wasn't hosting. So that's how I got the shirt. And I said, no, I have to find a way to wear this on the morning show. And I never got that opportunity until now. So if Alexa is tuning in, it looks like we want some merch, girl.
Hey, Alexa, can we get some merch?
He's jealous, and we might just be repping this shirt more often as well. But I just wanted to plug that in there.
Good stuff, man. We're always proud when there's young Belizeans out there representing us well and doing it in fine style with some merch, of course.
Absolutely. All right, well, we do want to jump into our What's Buzzing topic this morning, topics that are trending either on the news or online. First story has made both the news and a digital space in the form of our digital marketing officer, Hipólito Novello, really doing an investigative piece on Guatemalan incursions here in Belize. This was aired, as I mentioned, online, but we also transcribed it to our news last night to showcase some more visuals and interviews from representatives. Now, this highlights the Belize Defense Force probing alarming reports of their soldiers being encircled by potentially hostile armed Guatemalans at the Machaquila Conservation Post. It was a tense standoff that occurred on September 7th following the detention of several Guatemalan men by a BDF patrol for illegal logging in the Columbia Forest Reserve. Now, what I understand is, Paul, that there were chainsaws involved and apparently paying off of sorts to allow these men to move along without being detained. Hipólito was able to speak to the Minister of National Defense and Border Security, Minister Florencio Marin Jr. He also spoke to Major Roberta Usher, the Chief of Staff at the BDF. And we also heard the voice of a Guatemalan who I imagine had some more insights into actually what took place here. But this is quite an interesting investigative piece because I think these are things that we talk about hearing people experience, but this is the first time that we're hearing that potential law enforcement officers or Belize Defense Force officers might be involved in allowing these Guatemalans to be in these spaces illegally as well.
So there's the storyline, a portion of the storyline on which this incident is hinged upon is the suggestion or the thought which is being investigated, that is that there is an allegation of collusion, some sort of bribery, if you would. Not saying that there's all the evidence in place to present a concrete case where this is concerned, but there is enough circumstantial data and information for it to warrant questioning in the manner which Hipólito did. The allegation that some of these Guatemalans are illegally entering Belizean territory to cut down our valuable timber, exploit our resources with authority from Belize Defense Force personnel, allegedly, through some form of bribery, some form of agreement, quid pro quo. I give you something and you allow me to work in this space. So one of the more interesting parts of this story was a video recording, a voice recording, as you said, in which one of the Guatemalans detained in this operation, because several Guatemalans was detained in this operation. It's near the Machaquila Conservation Post. These Belize Defense Force officers were alerted by the sound of chainsaws, and my understanding from the story is that they went in there to destroy certain bridges that were built by these individuals coming in from Guatemala. And then, so there's a video clip where one Guatemalan is heard saying, reports are that this is the voice of this Guatemalan, asking the officer who detained him and the group to help us out. And in that particular recording, he's heard saying, help me out, I'm putting on my own words, and if you tell me I could cut here, I'm gonna cut here. If you tell me I could work here, I'm gonna work here. But if you tell me I can't work here because here being a problem, then I know I work here. No problem. Help me out. The story, I almost suggesting that we could come to an agreement and I will comply with your instructions. Just allow me for work somewhere. Right? That's what is being suggested here. the story goes on to say that this individual in a report also alleged that he has bribed commanders in the past to make towards certain similar agreements, right? You allow me to work and you get your hand buttered, basically.
Yes.
And so the report suggests that they've been in this area and they've been cutting down or exploiting Belize's natural resources for 5 years plus. Very serious allegations, and so as you saw, there were interviews with the Minister of Defense and several others, and it's something that's being investigated. The minister initially said that he didn't hear of any sort of bribery allegations, while Major Usher said that yes, she has heard of these allegations, but there is an investigation into it. What this does, though, it brings into question, unfortunately, the integrity of our Belize Defense Force personnel in manning our borders. At the end of the day, you don't need our officers at the border to collude with these individuals that are exploiting our resources, because it is counterproductive.
Yes.
Right? At the end of the day, if that happens, then what's the point? What's the point of having them there if these sort of things happen? And so that's one of the main issues that is brought to the fore here. And then I also hear people talking about, well, how will it end if these things happen? So clearly there's a need for some deeper investigation here. But this is the power of our platform as reporters and as journalists, to bring these things to light that otherwise perhaps wouldn't be brought to light because it's in the far-flung parts of Belize that you wouldn't normally visit on a daily basis. And so there's enough here for the government, one would imagine, to probe an investigation.
Well, this is certainly one of those news stories that we will be following and trying to gather information as soon as they are provided to us to, of course, share with you guys as well. In our second topic for What's Buzzing. Now, this one caused quite a stir online when persons saw a headline on an online news page, informal news page, citing 4 women who were charged or who are wanted by police for robbery, and they identified them as Charlie's Angels. Now, I don't know why they would identify them as that, because if you have ever watched the movies Charlie's Angels, these weren't villains of sorts, but these 4 women are wanted for assault and robbery after breaking into a home and leaving with belongings totaling in value of over $8,000. This was such an interesting story, and to hear the feedback from persons online, according to the victim's report, she was staying at an apartment reportedly owned by one of these, by Kamara, and her associates forcibly entered the premises. So these women broke into a home.
That's crazy.
That is so crazy. And the victim alleged that Kamara seized her iPhone 7 camera, and that would be the young lady with the blonde hair. So she seized some of her belongings, and they all totaled to a large sum of money. Now, Kamara, it's interesting because the victim would have been staying in one of the homes or the apartment of one of the women that actually would have assaulted her and stole from her.
So just to set the record straight, we weren't the ones that referred to them as Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, that's why I said it was an informal news page online.
Informal news page, and that was sort of comical, some sort of comedic relief, I guess, for those on social media. But this is one of those interesting cases that we don't have much details on the motive, and I think that's what a lot of people were questioning yesterday. Why did these 4 women gang up on this one young lady, broke into the house, stole all these items valuing over $8,000. Was it a personal dispute? But I think what the draw to this story is the fact that you have 4 young, very attractive women who one would think would have nothing to do with such a thing. They just look so well put together. They seem to be the ones that would book out a private section in a nightclub and drink champagne and have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be stereotypical here, but they don't look like the type to me. And they don't look like the type to a right? How do gangsters look?
How do gangsters look?
Because that a real gangster move.
Yeah.
They pull off. So they don't look like the type. So every time this story comes up, I'm picturing the 4 of them together storming into a place and pulling off this act that they allegedly this heist, if you would, that they allegedly did. And I'm saying, man, such beautiful young ladies, like what pushing it to the edge that much, and who was the ringleader? Anyways,
well, camera is doing
seemingly. Nonetheless, what we report from police last night, because they were wanted yesterday. So even so, they're wanted young women, right? But reports from police last night is 1, that they were found.
Yes.
But 2, that the person who they allegedly attacked didn't want to press any further charges. So she withdrew the case, and so one would imagine that this will no longer be taken to court and these individuals won't be charged. So it seemed like that me just want this small dispute that the person who was attacked doesn't want to pursue any further. So they're no longer in trouble.
Even with assault in it, she still dropped the charge. Okay.
Yeah, so she dropped the charge.
All right. Well, this is one, as we mentioned, that we simply picked up because of the conversation and the shock factor behind it. As you mentioned, how these ladies appeared to be, but still, they were wanted by the police. Moving now into our final topic for What's Buzzing, and this one also caught a lot of people by surprise. For me, Paul, it was a moment that I simply mentioned, wow, new fare unlocked. And that's because an individual in Georgeville reported that his house was destroyed by fire after lightning struck it. As you can see there, this home is completely engulfed in flames. It's hard to imagine that they would have been able to salvage anything from this house fire. But the individual or the owner of the home is saying that the fire was essentially caused by a lightning striking the structure.
Yeah, so new fear unlocked.
Yeah.
New fear unlocked.
Have you never heard that?
What?
New fear unlocked?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, new fear unlocked.
Because they say lightning don't strike the same place twice. Well, reports are that there was a lightning strike that first struck the property and killed the dog on the property, and then the second lightning strike on the property totaled the home, started a fire and totaled the home. This is a wooden structure, so one would imagine that it was in a position with all this heat to be very flammable if any sort of spark was to hit it. But it's a very unfortunate situation in that today a family is without a home. These are individuals that I understand were at work when the situation happened, and they lost every single thing.
Yes.
And then in this area, there isn't much help around. And with a wooden structure like that, one would imagine that with a fire like this, it would burn quickly. So I just want to put it out there that the family is asking for assistance.
Yes.
For those who are willing, I understand they lost everything, including their clothing, their garments, and so they have nothing this morning to wear. And so those numbers, if you want to reach out for assistance, is 608-1088 and 627-6361. 608-1088 and 627-6361. 61. Anybody that wants to assist the family.
All right, well, that does it for our What's Buzzing segment. If you have any thoughts or comments on either of the topics discussed this morning, let us know in the comments section. We always want to hear from you. And if you have any suggestions of topics that we can discuss in What's Buzzing, also let us know in the comments section. Moving now into our weather update to find out what we can expect from the folks at the Met Service.
Good morning, Belize. A relatively moist and somewhat unstable conditions prevail. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with cloudy spells, and shower activity will be generally isolated today, except for inland areas where a few showers and isolated thunderstorms can be expected during the afternoon hours. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will develop over the south and some coastal areas tonight and tomorrow morning. High temperatures for today are expected to reach 90 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 94 inland, and 80 over the mountains. Low temperatures tonight will drop to 82 along the coast, 73 inland, and 68 in the higher elevations. The winds will blow from the east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and the sea state will be slight. A high tide will occur at 10:57 this morning, followed by a low at 4:48 in the afternoon, and then a high occurs at 10:31 tonight and a low at 5:35 a.m. The sun rose at 5:43 a.m. and will set at 5:38 p.m. The moon comes up at 7 minutes past 7 this morning and set at 6:48 in the evening. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for cloudy at times, along with isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms, except for a few more inland during the afternoon and south at night. In the sargassum forecast, no significant increase in sargassum is expected over the area during the next few days. And in the tropical weather outlook at 3 a.m., Hurricane Kirk was located about 1,010 miles east-northeast of the northern Leeward Islands. Kirk was moving to the northwest at 10 miles per hour, with maximum sustained winds of 145 miles per hour. Also, at 3 a.m., Tropical Storm Leslie was located about 645 miles west-southwest of the southernmost Cabo Verde Islands. Leslie was moving to the west at 6 miles per hour with maximum sustained wind of 60 miles per hour. And that's your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
All right, there you have it, the update from the folks at the Met Service. Moving now into our show lineup for this fun Friday. We have 4 segments to look forward to this morning. In our first segment, we'll be joined by our friends from Grace. Of course, Miss V and Marvin. They'll be showing us how to spice up your pantry meals by making luncheon meat dumplings. Have you had dumplings before, by the way?
I love dumplings.
I love dumplings
it's not
too.
my favorite thing, but I
You just said you love dumplings, but it's not your favorite thing.
I could love things that aren't my favorite, right? Favorite is a whole different higher category than love.
Just try to save it another time.
But in our second conversation, we'll be talking with the Belize Volleyball Association and their players, and they'll be in to speak about their victory in Nicaragua recently.
Wonderful. And in our third segment, we'll hear from Belizean poets and how they're making their mark in the world of poetry.
And last but certainly not least, we'll be hearing from Miss Belize Latina 2024 and her journey to the regional stage.
I like that. All right, well, we got to take our first break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by our friends from Grace, where we cook up some dumplings. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ba Elmer Show ay join jik ahelak sa Ekopal Tree Lodge keronik ahelan ay lain sa Ekopal kakki bartending kakki an keronik mano lain lain ni usara Belize Bank mobile app hanak na usara uta ana ATM or tin card ara okay balbas Changiron siya usare ut kolore na notification chira phone na mensajes ara utaki na kolore tak chala harup chitumin siya usare ut ara utanaw na sa chabilo kong gatumin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price but stay for the service.
Hey Jay, ready for the first day on the job?
Man, I can't wait to get paid.
I remember when I first started making money, I loved to spend, not a thought about priorities.
Life was good, huh?
Boy, life got tough. Bills started to pile up and I didn't have money for the more important things.
So what did you do?
Jay, everything changed when I started to budget.
Budget? Can you tell me what is budgeting?
Alright, well you see,
a budget is a plan on how to spend your money. Budgeting helps you prioritize your spending and plan for the future. To create a budget, tally up your salary and any other funds coming in. Next, list your expenses. This includes rent, utilities, groceries. Be sure to include savings, no matter how big or small. Now, deduct expenses and savings from your income. What's the balance? Are there areas where you can cut back? Review your budget regularly and adjust as needed.
Oh, now I see the importance of budgeting. I need to make a plan before I start spending.
good move Jay. This is how you position yourself for financial security now and in the future.
Take control of your financial future. Start budgeting today. A message from the Central Bank of Belize. Visit us at www.centralbank.org.bz.
Welcome Welcome back, guys. We are cooking up some dumplings in our Grace kitchen this morning. And of course, we have here with us Miss V and Marvin from Grace. Good morning, guys.
Good
and
morning.
Thank you for being with us again.
Good morning, guys. Always a pleasure to be here on Friday, you know, so I'm happy to see you guys. And the energy that is in here this morning, it's not through the roof, but for me, it feels lifting.
It feels good,
Yeah, man, it's Friday, and so, you know, just a Friday come with its own vibes, with its own, the fact that the week is over. And then, of course, just to add to that is the fact that we have Grace in the kitchen ready to cook up some delicious stuff. I could still taste the food we had last week.
Oh, gosh.
But so now I have to take that out of my mind. And the only way to do that is with what we have in store today. So what do we have in store?
Yes, so I got inspired because I'm currently binge watching a Korean cooking show, and I got inspired to do dumplings. My daughter loves dumpling. I don't know if that was in her previous life, and she's like, do it, Mom. I was like, but how? I don't know. I'm afraid. You know, I'm always try to make sure that I know what I'm doing, so when I get here that I can have our viewers see how to execute it using our Grace product, of course. And she's like, yes, do it. So I gather all my stuff, and I said, you know, but the part is I don't know how to do the crinkle and the folding, and you know, so I had to, I got schooled, even though I wasn't in the best feeling, but I got schooled.
So you said that you put in some time, some practice to get it to how you like it.
Yes, of course, because then previously I came and I mentioned, you know, there's some stuff that I did on set that I never tried at home, but I was afraid that I made mistake. But so we went ahead and I did some pre-deasing. This is from not Brody's, not from Brody's.
This is a pre-made, guys.
This is from Miss V Kitchen.
They're perfect.
Yeah,
look at this, guys.
So we have it already, but then I'm going to show you how we do the filling and how we get it to this point, and then we're going to cook it up. It's not something that's going to happen very long, but
how much did you have to waste for you to get one?
Well, I didn't waste any because then my daughter was right there.
Okay, so these are my questions.
There.
All right. So to make your dumplings, you needed these.
These dumplings. I call them dumpling skins.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a special name for it.
You made these?
No, I didn't.
Where did you get that from?
I bought this at Golden Bay.
Okay, so Golden Bay, that's the first
I didn't even know you could buy dumplings.
All right, because guys, we're going to be making dumplings with Grace products at home this weekend. So pay close attention to what we're going to do right now. So you got your dumpling skins from Golden Bay. And what did you use for the filling?
And it's very thin. It's cornstarch that is between it, so that it doesn't stick.
Look at that. That is so cute. It looks so adorable. It looks like a little mini corn tortilla.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you got your skins from Golden Bay, and they come prepped like that. They look exactly like that. And then the filling of choice is...
We're using the luncheon meat, the pork luncheon meat, because
I love that.
Because then dumpling is always made with pork. Well, majority of what I saw is made with pork, and I said, we have pork luncheon meat, so that's what I'm gonna use. Sense. People might always look at my recipe and say, it doesn't make sense. Try it and you'll see for yourself, because I have my tasters at home and they assure me that it was good. And I'm a person that I always want to make it as best as possible. It's not gonna be perfect, but then it's the best.
Listen, it's a testament to the versatility of Grace products.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is so true. So we're using this one. I already took it out the can. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mash it. If you have a food processor at home or a blender, you know, because then the type of meat that they use is the ground pork. You know, and you want it to be at that consistency. Yes, you don't want it to be too clumpy. So I'm just going to go ahead and mash it as much as I could, so that this meat can come together. But like I said, with our product at Grace, you might look at it as, hey, just fry it, eat it with some fried jack or whatever the case might be. But there's a lot of things that you can do, and I always try my best to showcase how that you can use these wonderful products that we have at Grace. You know, you can mash this with mayonnaise right here and make a sandwich and let's go.
I like how easily it mash.
Yeah, we're gonna elevate this.
Yeah, man. You're not professional masher, man. They do a thing.
What I want to know is, just to put this dumpling together, how many ingredients? What would you call the number of ingredients to make a dumpling?
Wow. Using the Grace product, I would say about six items.
Yeah. So we're looking at the skins, the meat. What else do you season the meat?
We're gonna add some stuff in here right now. So as for our viewers, I had to prep my stuff. I had some cabbage and carrots again. I have it basically, but we're gonna add it to this because then it will need a little body. You know, so we're gonna add the same amount is good because then we're using a whole
and that's only carrots and cabbage.
Yes, so yeah.
Okay.
And then I have some this is another mixture. I have onion, I have garlic, and I have ginger that is in here.
Whoa.
Ginger is another Asian thing that I realized that it elevates your dish a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I was afraid to use it, but like I said, I did some last night and it came out fairly well.
I had no idea that
all of that
would go into dumpling.
Yeah.
I thought it was
the garlic actually, the smell of the garlic is very similar to the dumplings I've eaten before. I just never thought that garlic was it, and it just never dawned on me.
And that's the thing, because then many times you purchase these things and we're not sure what is in there. It's just the flavor. It's like, what is that? That is so amazing, you know.
And by the time you even think too hard, it's finished.
Yeah,
right? So
that is so true. So for me, that will be right there. But I have a little bit of pepper flakes, that I'm gonna add here just for a little heat.
I love pepper flakes.
A little heat, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't want, you don't have to add that, guys. So
it's looking good.
It's just basically because then you see, we're gonna cook the dumpling.
Okay.
But the meat,
you're not gonna cook the meat.
No, we're not. We're gonna put it into the skin, and then we're gonna form it. We're gonna fry the dumpling so we can get a crisp. I'm going ahead of myself, man.
Yeah. But
this is the consistency that we're looking for, guys. If you will see the way how they prep the pork dumpling, the mixture is a bit just as this. You know.
The thing is, what I'm getting at is that because you're not cooking the meat, you have to ensure that it has all the flavor necessary before you're putting it in there, right?
And if you notice, we didn't add any salt in it because, or dipping sauce, because we have a dipping sauce as well for it. So and everything's just gonna come together. We don't want nothing to be overpowering. Correct. That's why I didn't use a lot of ginger or a lot of the garlic, but then just for these flavor to come together to make this beautifulness that we're about to have.
And what's even more impressive is the fact that you could do this with the pork luncheon meat, right? So there you have a product that you could take out of the can, and with little preparation, you could put it in dumpling.
Of course, instead of going the whole 9 yards and getting the ground pork. Because for me, when I'm looking at the ground pork, I was like, well, how will it cook? Will it cook completely? Well, that's my fear, because I'm afraid of pork. You know, I eat it, but I'm afraid that it's not properly cooked. So I don't want to use that and it's not cooked well. So let's go ahead. Yes.
So Miss V, I want to ask if you could allow me and Paul to try to make our own dumpling.
All right.
I want to see you do it first.
Absolutely.
Sure. So we have a little bit of water in here, because then if you notice, this is
like an
corn.
adhesive it adds?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is corn starch that they put on it so that it doesn't stick together. So we're just gonna put a little bit here.
Okay.
See?
That's just a tad dip.
Yeah. We don't want to put too much, because then we don't want it to it can't
I like
close.
big belly dumpling. I don't want nobody to cheat me.
What about you buy big belly dumpling?
No way, and that's not the problem.
So now you can go home and make it yourself.
Exactly.
All right. So Here it is.
Okay, guys, pay close attention.
All right, let's go. This is a mistake. We're gonna pinch right in the middle.
Okay.
Pinch right there, because then again the water is acting like a
adhesive.
Yeah. So any which way. My techniques is not cool, guys. So just follow along.
I mean,
so I'm just gonna push here,
okay.
Push in the middle, and squeeze as much. If it's not sealing too well, just add a little bit of water more, and then we go in the middle here again, and that's it.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have to have a technique. I think that's like panades.
No, it need to close. It need to.
Oh,
nice. It need to close. And
look at that. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is Miss V techniques. There's many other way of
yes, as you can
achieving.
She had many other shapes.
All right, so let me take a shot at it.
All right, sure.
Okay.
I'm going to use my hand
Yes, I would love
alone,
to.
so just mark my one.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get any money.
You can try a different techniques. That will
All right, so let me show you what my technique is when I don't make dumplings. I usually put it in the middle. Well, a little bit more than Miss V, because yeah, that's how we do it. What's the next step now?
No, oh my God, that would be such a big belly dumpling.
And then you dip your finger in the water or leave it.
Yeah.
You
and
finger the water.
Yeah.
You don't finger the water. So you rub it wrong. Oh
yeah.
So rub it wrong.
Yeah. So. We're gonna see who listen.
Yeah, I try to remember you. So you rub your finger, rub finger.
Okay.
All right. I realize that it can't be too wet.
Yeah.
Because
that's right.
if it's too wet, you start got problem. And then you pinch in the middle. Yeah. I feel like I roll up something else right now, Miss V. It's not feel like I roll up a dumpling.
Oh man.
That's the make her know.
Oh, all right, guys. So there. Oh, Paul. I don't think it's gonna work, buddy.
What you mean? Listen.
Okay, go.
Listen.
Actually, I've seen. Okay, you go.
Yeah.
You did doubt my
I'm not. I believe in you.
Watch that. Right? And then when you're done from there, you pinch her. And then you
good job.
In there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
stuff in the meat.
Of course, I have to stuff in the meat.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So cute. My producer saying this is not a competition, Sabrina.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry. But I think I have a very cute dumpling here, guys.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm going home and making this for sure.
Yeah.
So cute. Paul. All right, I have to I have so much respect for you.
Look, man,
because that
this started dumpling in one pie. This started big belly dumpling.
This started dumpling right stretch.
On a tech note, when I come home by dumpling,
you won that one for sure.
The big belly dumpling.
Look at it side by side.
You find that?
All wins for sure.
All right, the Asian people as we are run fine when we see him.
They might hire you for this.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so are we going to get to frying?
Yes.
While, over there, Sab, you could talk to Marvin a bit about what's happening over at Chris.
So Marvin, you know we have shared a dumpling with you, but we do got to talk about these short tax sprays. I know you've been on the show and you spoke about how amazing they are because there are specific bottles to do certain things.
Correct.
You have the flying, you have the crawling,
and you have the all-in sick.
And you have the alling. Now, Marvin, let's talk about the deals that are currently on for these sprays.
Okay, so as you are aware, we're still in the hurricane season. So we have decided to do our hurricane preparedness kit now with a short tax promotion or super short tax. Whereby you just purchase any one of our short tax. We also have it in the smaller size, the 250 ml. You purchase one of the short tax, you WhatsApp into 670-6707, and you could be the lucky winner of a hurricane preparedness kit, no? And in that preparedness kit, we do have, of course, our short tax, our Grace canned foods. We do have flashlight. We do have batteries. We do have first aid kits. Everything essential that we need during the hurricane, no?
How popular are these brands?
They are pretty popular because we do have them. Like I said, we have the bigger one, and we also have the travel size one, no?
And knowing that there are specific types for certain needs, what would you say is more trending out of the three? Do people tend to go for the all, or do they go, you know, I have flying problems or I have crawling problems? What do you find people purchasing more?
From my observation, I've noticed that people do prefer more the all, no?
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
And then
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so the hurricane promotion, I think a lot of people needs to remember that we are still in the hurricane season. I remember when the promotion initially started and we were preparing for Hurricane Beryl, Paul.
Yeah.
And of course, the idea of the hurricane season was very close in our minds for the thought of preparing for this natural disaster that could have potentially hit Belize. But the truth is, we are still very much in the season. We still have 2 more months to go. How long can we expect this particular promotion for hurricane items to be available for people?
Okay, so the promotion initially started in the beginning of August, and the promotion ends ending of November, no?
All right.
So you have until the entire month of October as well as the entire month of November as well.
The entire season,
Correct.
and that is fitting.
Correct.
Marvin, what else is currently hot over at Grace? I know there's a lot of items that you would walk away with. By just purchasing one, you get more.
Correct. So of course we do have our quarterly in-store what we call our in-store promotion, whereby you purchase a box of coconut milk powder, you get 5 sachets free. You purchase 2 ketchups, you get 1 free. You purchase 4 Viennas, you get 2 free. You also purchase, there's so much I can't remember, no, but you could visit any one of your major supermarket and you should find those deals in the store.
What? I need to rewind a bit, because I find myself purchasing Grace products, but I need to remember how much I need to buy to get those free ones.
Yeah.
So you said 2 ketchup,
You get 1 free.
and I get an extra. Okay, so I normally would get 1 ketchup. I'm gonna get 2 now.
Because initially, when you enter the store, you normally have a designated shelf that the promotion item is on. No? So feel free to find the shelf, and the promotion normally is in like a bundle. So it's, for example, if you buy the coconut milk powder, the free would be added already on the box, no? Correct.
Got you. Miss V, I see we're frying up our dumplings right now.
Yes.
So I actually thought that you kind of like steam these
That's
dumplings.
what we're gonna do. We're achieving this
like a crispy consistency.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna turn down the heat here.
Yeah. So you're gonna fry it first and then steam it.
Yes. That's all the frying not gonna happen.
Okay.
Right there. So we just gotta move a little bit carefully here, because then I just need to add some water to the pan.
And it does have oil in it.
No man, do it fast. You do it fast and get 1 eye water and then turn it.
1 eye water?
Nothing has spin up. But if you try to take your time, then of course, you know.
Now when the problem has started.
So you just
That's true, you know.
No, I'm a chef. I'm in the kitchen. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 eye water.
Me and Marvin are stand guard, because these short talks can't save we with flying fat.
All right.
See, what's that? Oh, so that will leave it in water. All right, that's the problem.
Because then it's gonna steam after that.
Oh, so you don't boil it?
No.
Exactly.
No.
All right.
So we got that crust at the bottom that we fried.
I love the technique.
That we fried last night. It did me a number that I had to actually do a ninja move.
So if you had
because I didn't want to hurt nobody this morning.
If you had a cover that fit,
big
that
enough.
would be better.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So just so you fit it, and then you wouldn't have to have it so low.
Yeah, that's right.
The lowness is not necessarily a technique. How low they pot
yeah, that's
it's
right.
just because that's the size of it. All right. Good.
So we're just gonna cook this water off, basically steaming the dumpling, and then we'll be ready to serve it up with our dipping sauce. And using the dipping sauce, I use our soy sauce. I've tried this soy sauce in many stuff already.
Is this from Grace?
Yes, this is
Hong Kong.
Yes, this is from Grace.
Let me see. It's Hong Kong made in Chinese. At least you could pronounce this one.
Yeah, yes. That's right.
Somewhere you can't pronounce. I know.
Yeah.
Try pronounce.
So it's just basically the soy sauce, a little bit of vinegar. I add some sesame oil. If you have that, you can go ahead and add that, and some pepper flakes, just to make
the sauce.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting already is the aroma coming out of that.
Yeah.
It's very dumpling-esque.
Yeah.
And you said that this will be steaming until the water is completely finished.
Yes, that's right. And it's almost there.
It's really dumpling, like as
it's
Paul
almost
mentioned.
there. And like I said, I just wanted to achieve that crust underneath, you know. And I hope my dumpling is
excited to try it.
here.
Well, we're gonna try it,
you
of
know,
course.
because then I always tell my tasters at home, oh no, not just tell me because of me.
Be honest.
Tell me the
we
truth.
are honest.
Ma, you need to remove that or too much of that medina, like yeah.
What you're trying to get here, I would imagine, is for the dough to cook through.
Yeah.
Right? So that you don't get this.
I think it's done.
Almost there. See, a little bit of.
Oh, look at that crust.
A little bit of water is still there
at the bottom.
Yeah.
We don't want nobody to get hurt.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to pop up like that.
Yeah.
But it looks
so
good.
a bigger cover will be perfect. So
that looks good.
Look, it smells amazing.
It smells amazing.
Paul, your dumpling ended. No, that's not your dumpling.
If you never tell me that a pork luncheon meat from the can,
wouldn't believe it.
Next time you should do that to us.
Really?
You shouldn't tell us what meat it is until
and
afterwards.
then we have to figure out what it's. Yes, I agree.
Okay, all right. So
let's see for ourselves.
Yep.
And then of course we have the trustworthy.
Yeah, we have tongs.
Chopsticks.
Chopsticks. Oh my goodness.
Do you know how to use chopsticks?
On my lip. I don't know how to use these
That's
ones.
really funny, Paul.
Yeah.
I see yours made the cut. It looks like it looks. Is that yours, Paul?
This
the bigger
one
one?
right here.
Yeah, it looks really good. I have to say, you really win this one, Paul.
Yeah. I wasn't competing though.
I know, but it's in. You know, it's just within me, but it was really, really good.
Yeah. And for presentation, you can expose that crust there.
Yes.
You know.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, and there we have it.
And then your sauce.
Escape.
Oh, you never said that? I
No.
think that I purposefully.
One escaped.
All right. You can
Yeah.
put it there. And then we have it with our sauce. Let me move this
Yeah.
out of the way so our camera gets a good shot of what we have prepared this morning.
Yeah, and that's our
Grace dumpling.
pork luncheon meat dumpling.
Do you know how to use these, Serena?
I do, but
Do
not
you?
very well.
I have.
I have no
So,
idea.
based on what I was taught, you're supposed to have one of them that way between your middle finger and your ring finger, I guess, and the other would be your index and your thumb would control it. So kind of like that.
Do you think you could?
I'll
could
try.
demonstrate
But
to
I
us?
think it's too hot. Okay.
Oh, you think so? No, it's not that hot. There you go. Ooh, look at
All
that.
right, and you dip it in the sauce,
You're gonna take a bite?
I guess.
Yeah, you blow up on it first, right? Blow
Yes,
up on it good.
we don't want nobody to get burned.
And then you have to do the if it's too hot. Yeah, no, if it's too hot in your
All right, guys.
Moment of
My
truth.
first try of the dumplings.
Yeah.
Is it good? Oh my gosh. All right, my turn.
Paul,
I'm not even gonna lie.
listen, I just use your hand and let's keep going.
Just stick it in it.
Oh yeah, reach your mouth now.
Don't let it fall.
Moment of truth.
Oh my gosh, leave me alone, Sabrina.
I'm trying to help.
This is crazy. Oh, you got that
That
crunch.
is so good, Miss V. We
Thank you.
approve. We
you.
approve of the dumplings.
Thank you.
It's a crunch for me.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, the crunch
See everything
brings
for me.
everything together.
Yeah.
Miss V, such a pleasure having you here this morning. Marvin, again, as we wrap up, let's quickly go over the Shore Tax promotions and how people can purchase them.
Sure. So, like I said earlier, you could visit any one of our major supermarkets. The Shore Tax should be in there. We do have it in the 600 ml and we do have it in the 250 ml. Purchase anyone. WhatsApp your receipt to 670-6707 and you could be the lucky winner of a hurricane preparedness kit, no?
Wonderful.
And then also, like I said too, we do have our ongoing quarterly in-store promotion whereby you purchase a box of coconut milk powder, you get 5 sachet free. You purchase 4 Viennas, you get 2 free. You purchase 2 ketchups, you also get 1 free.
Excellent. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure. This is probably going to be one of my favorite segments.
Yeah, earlier I said that dumpling is not my favorite things. Well, I'll have to say that this is the best dumpling I've had.
So far. Yeah, all right.
The crunch, the crispiness, the soft consistency, the flavor of the pork, luncheon meat inside with the garlic. The garlic really stands out, and the ginger. I love the flavor of the garlic and the ginger combined with that pork.
Miss V, you package that and sell it. I buy it this afternoon for lunch. All right, guys, we got to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by our friends from the Belize volleyball team, and they'll be talking to us about bringing home bronze at their last competition. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Take control with My Social Security, your secure online account to manage all your social security information. To create a My Social Security account, you must be 14 years or older and have a valid email address. Visit the My Social Security self-service portal at ssbportal.org.bz. Click on Create Account. Enter your date of birth and phone number. Next, verify your email address to continue. To verify, simply enter your email address and click the Send Verification button. Enter the verification code sent to your email inbox to proceed. Next, create a password that meets the requirements. Enter the name and select a reason for your account. Then click Create. Your My Social Security account was successfully created. Your information security is our priority. If you have a social security number, click Link My SSN to link your social security number to your account and activate using the steps in your confirmation email. If you do not have a social security number, click Register with SSB. You are now ready to truly experience social security at your fingertips.
The AIC mobile app has been helping many to save time while getting more done, all from the comfort of their homes. When you download our mobile app, our services are at your fingertips. Log in using biometrics, view motor and property policies, file a claim and submit claim photos, request a quote, receive renewal reminders starting 6 weeks prior to renewal, submit renewal request, view branch locations and obtain Google Map directions, make payments via Atlantic Bank Bill Pay, and even contact your customer care rep directly. Prospective clients will have limited access, but can request a quote, place a call to a branch, view branch locations and obtain Google Map directions, file a claim. And since all paperwork is completed beforehand, there's no waiting in line. With all the time you can save, can you afford not to use our app? Download today on the App Store or Play Store. the AIC mobile app. Insurance at your fingertips.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
My name is Hermine Vega. El Patio Grill has been using Belize Bank for over 25 years. We only use Belize Bank at our restaurant. That's why we were able to win this trip to Europe. I had never been to Europe. We found out it was Madrid and we were excited and we went to this football match. The teams reached before the game and everybody was just outside, you know. You can't explain, the noise just roared like 3 blocks down the street, but when you got in there and you saw 70,000 people in there, that was amazing. I couldn't believe it was happening. I had to pinch myself to make sure it was real, you know, because it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, I'd say. My lucky plus one was my son. He's 18 years old, so he was really excited and he enjoyed it as well. He said it's his best trip ever, so it's a priceless experience that we got. Belize Bank has always been there for me. Whatever transactions or whatever I need to do, they're always there for me. I would recommend everybody to use Belize Bank. It's the oldest bank in our country and they continue to do their best.
Welcome back. This is our second conversation for this morning, and it's all about bigging up our athletic superstars. Yes, we're talking about the under 17 women's national volleyball team, and they recently returned from Nicaragua with a bronze medal. Sabrina, this was the inaugural under 17 competition,
right.
And guess what? We placed,
yes.
Right? And so we have in studio Miley Armstrong, Jimmy Lee Espejo, Ashay Parks, and Natalie Popper. And they are all members of this historic volleyball team. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning.
All right, take it away, Sam.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I think I want to begin with a bit of a background to your introduction to volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the average ages of each one of you? I think you said you're 13. How old are you?
I'm 12.
12?
13.
13. And 13 years old. And you guys placed already for the country.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your interest in the sport. How long have you been playing?
I started playing from I was 5. My dad introduced me to the sport and I really liked it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And yourself?
I started playing when I was 3 years old because of my sister.
Wow.
I started playing when I was 11 years old because of my mom.
Okay, so you have a bit of a recent introduction to the sport. And yourself?
I actually started playing last year.
Oh!
Because of the school that I went to, and like the school has a lot of interest for volleyball.
What school would that be?
St. Catherine's Academy.
So SCA. So all of you ladies, I mean, we have some here who started as early as probably toddler stages, and then other two ladies who started more recent. What really prompted your interest in the sport and kept you here so long? I hear some interests from family, some from school, but how did you know that this was the sport for you?
It just made me feel calm when I had stress days at school, and it it's just something my dad always loved me doing. He would always big me up for it. Sports in general, my dad just loves me doing. Yeah.
And is volleyball the only sport that you play?
I play other sports, but not seriously. But volleyball is the main serious sport I play.
Yeah. And yourself?
Well, I would say my family was one who pushed me into the sport and told me continue doing it, don't ever give up on the sport. So I decided to stay here, and that's where I am right now.
Now, you ladies at the far end, you would have started more recently. Was there a reason that you decided to really take this serious to a point where you would be representing the country?
Well, I also joined volleyball because of my height. I didn't really want to waste it for anything else, because sometimes my mom's like, oh, you need to do something with your height, because most other people want your height.
Yeah.
So I decided to join volleyball.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 foot and 9 inches.
No,
She's 5'9", and you are how old again? 13.
I'm ashamed to say that's kind of my height.
That's your height, Paul.
It is.
Guys.
It is.
It is. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'11", close to 6'4".
And how old are you?
13.
13
There's something in
years
their
old.
food. This
Can I get some of that food? Can you give Ladies, this is so interesting. Obviously, your height is an advantage for you in many sports. We know basketball, we know volleyball especially. So you ladies would have been training at the Stars Club for these few years, many other years from that. How does preparing for a competition look like when representing our country and on this stage?
You have to always be on time with the practices. You have to show initiative and effort that you're doing it, because if they don't see that, then they'll get upset and then they'd have a talk with you. But you need to show the practice. You need to show that you want to be in the tournament. You need to just try and just not give up, basically.
Was playing for Belize nationally the goal for any of you ladies?
Yeah.
Yes?
It was for me.
Okay, for you? What is the appeal about it, representing your country? Why would you have wanted to do that?
Well, I want to show that how I want my country to be here. I want to play for them as well.
And for you, Ashay?
Honestly, most people don't think that how younger kids really have the responsibility or potential to do or step up to do bigger stuff for their country. So personally, I wanted to prove them that kids can do anything and they also have the potential to show for their country.
So how did you all make it onto this national team?
I started the summer program, and my coaches really saw potential in me because of my height, and I really paid attention in the programs. So they moved me up, and every time I got moved up, I somehow came here.
Anybody else want to share how they made it to the national team?
She kind of took the words out of my mouth.
Did she? A similar story for you? Yeah, anybody else? How you all make it to the national team? I mean, were you playing for a club and then this opportunity came up and you were selected? How did that happen? No? All right.
I don't think so.
So you ladies played against El Salvador.
Yeah. Let me just interject here, Sab, to get into a bit of the games itself, right? You lost 2 and you won 2, right? Because it was 5 teams. I believe you lost to Nicaragua and you lost to Costa Rica. You won over Guatemala and Honduras, right? Now let's talk a bit about first those losing games, right? And what were the greatest challenges for each one of you that perhaps led to this downfall?
For Nicaragua, I guess the team just felt intimidated because it's their home country. It's their team cheering for them. Like for U21, it's us cheering, so we felt safer. And then also it was how tall they were. They were extremely tall.
Were they?
Yeah. And then I guess we just felt our mindset wasn't in the correct place. We just felt a bit intimidated. But I know we could have done it because we won a set.
What was the other experiences that you all had playing in those losing games that perhaps contributed to the downfall?
You hear all like being pressured by all the noises you hear in your ears, and we need to communicate with that as well. And we need to speak louder so everyone could hear, especially against Nicaragua, their home country.
So what are the lessons you all are taking away from these losses in specific? Anything you learned that you can perhaps improve on?
Probably we need to focus more on the court. We're mostly distracted by the cheering from the other team, and that maybe brought us down, but we were trying our best to overpower their cheering. Some other stuff, we probably need to be more focused on the court, not by getting distracted by the other team, probably their chants on the court. They probably distracted us and took over our mind.
So what does that distraction cause when you're on the court?
It probably caused our team members to be nervous, probably saying that how they're probably more power than us, and the cheering probably means something that we probably don't understand. So
but this is all a part of the learning experience, right? Because you all are young and you're being introduced to these international or regional games. That is, let's talk about the wins, the victories, and perhaps one or two things that contributed to you all dominating so significantly in these winning games.
I would say, like, when we have timeouts, we try to hype up the team, don't like bring them down because of their mistakes, and just communicate more on the court, especially with the noise. It like kind of sounds it out, because you could call for the ball and they're cheering and maybe someone won't hear.
What else did you all do to win?
Probably just cheer the team, tell them they could do it, we got this. If we could win this on this team, then we can do this. The main reason we normally like is miscommunication, basically, and with the other team. But I know we could have won most of the other games. If we won a set for Nicaragua, we could have won in another set.
Indeed.
I would like to be educated a bit on what takes place when you ladies are on that court in the middle of a competition. I am no athlete. I can't tell you exactly the rules of volleyball, but I do know when you get a point, right?
Because everybody cheers?
Because everybody cheers, and I was stand up toe and clap for my team. But this is what I want you guys to explain to me, and perhaps to our viewers who maybe don't understand the sport. When you are playing on a big match like the ones that you guys won for, what's the communication like? You have Ashay, where would you be placed? In the middle. All right. Then you have Natalie, where would you be placed? In the middle. All right. We have Miley and Jamie Lee. Where are you guys?
For defense, I'm in 5, which is back row.
Okay, so at the back. And Jamie Lee, where are you?
For hitting row, I'll be on like the left side.
Okay, so we have all our players positioned, and we're a little bit intimidated by our team that we are going against. What are the things that we say to each other before we, I guess, prepare to, I don't know, start?
Just don't cry? Is that it? Just don't cry.
What do you whisper to your friend and say? Or what is it that you tell your player beside you?
Oh, I know sometimes, like in the first 3 points, we would notice where the open spots are, and we would tell them, oh, this person is incapable of doing this, or that one is incapable of doing that, or we would just talk to each other and tell them, just play like we played all the other teams in Belize. Play like you want to play aggressive, and play like you want to win a medal.
So how important is communication?
Communication is one of the main things. If it could get confusion between, example of me and Jamila in back row, could get confused a lot, because me and her are on the same side, and if I see her going for it and she sees me going for it, the ball would just stay right there.
Yeah, because two of them had step back.
Yeah, and then
has that happened? Does that happen often?
A bunch of times. For when we played for D1, that happened a bunch of times.
Yeah. Okay. So is there a playbook that you guys have where you have certain moves that you do? You say, Jamie Lee, do this move. I don't know.
The backflip?
No. But is there a strategy that you go in from studying a team? Do you guys study these teams before you actually play them? What are the things that you look for?
if like I said from earlier, it's like you study the team for the first 3 points, and if you see this person isn't moving, then you put it there. But then sometimes the other person likes to often cover them. But you just have to play smart and place the ball where nobody is, and just be confident in yourself.
Is the net brought down a bit lower for this age category compared to other categories? No?
Paul, they're almost 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
not
but
because they're 13.
I mean, not even a little bit. Maybe.
Well, I'm not sure.
You're not sure. All right, that's the best answer. Now let's talk about the fact that you have brought home bronze after this very competitive tournament. You all secured a bronze medal. One would imagine that you wanted gold, but what initially was your feeling when you guys played that final game against was it Honduras? El Salvador. So you played that final. That was the bronze medal match, right? You had to win that to win bronze.
We were trying to
Tell me.
We were trying to let remember that last game what had happened against Nicaragua and Guatemala. No, Nicaragua had to win for us to come in third.
Really?
So we were like hoping that Nicaragua
cheering
would.
them on even though they beat you, no?
Yes.
What kind of thing that?
The girls are pretty nice. So
yeah, okay. Yeah, they beat you and then they're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's friendly competition.
Good sportsmanship.
And so they won, but so that they had to win after you all won. Or it was before
yeah,
you all
it's something
won.
like that, but we also had to win. It goes by the points on each set, and there's like 5 sets, 3 sets. So, but I think Guatemala had more points than us.
Okay.
So if they won, they would have came in third.
Okay, I got it. And so they came in fourth.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they came in fourth. So we beat Guatemala even on the podium.
Yep.
Yes.
So let's talk about how it feels to win bronze and what it means to bring this back to the country. Each one of you.
I felt pretty good because we're one of the youngest team. We're 13, 12, and all the other girls are 15, 16, 14. And our team is the most youngest team. It's our first U17. It's something new to us, but we still brought a medal back home, and that's all that matters.
Let's go down the line and talk about how you feel.
Well, this was my first time going to a country and play somewhere from my country. And I kind of felt happy and like, yay, that I won 3rd medal of this, you know?
Yeah.
I felt very happy also. 4 of us never really went out of the country to play for a tournament. So when we played our best. When we got back home, the outside of the airport, they were always cheering for us. They were like, good job guys, we're so proud of you. And the posters and the whistles were everywhere.
Yeah.
The U17, U21 female team got a medal. The male U21 team also got a medal. So we decided all of them got a medal, so why can't we push ourselves to get a medal also?
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
crazy. It's crazy because really they've paved the way, right? Like you've seen that the U21 females and the males did it, and so it's almost like, all right, if they could do it, we could do it too.
We can.
And that's the importance of having people ahead of us be successful, because then it inspires us to let us know that we can do it, and we're not going to be the first, but we can do it. What's it like for you winning bronze?
I'm really happy and grateful that we even got a medal, because yet again we are like the youngest team and this is our first national game. So even though we didn't get gold, we still brought home back a medal.
All right, let's talk a bit finally as we wrap this conversation up a bit about what the future looks like for each one of you. You can't stop now. You represented the country, you won bronze. What's the next step for each one of you?
Probably to continue the sport and do it because I love it. Focus on my academic works and just make my family proud. That's all I could do.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Love that.
I want to work on my skills and I want to play for Belize someday. And yeah.
At a higher level.
For Belize.
At a higher level.
Higher level, like here.
Yeah,
Okay.
excellent.
I want to continue pushing myself so I can get more opportunities to play for the country.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to continue playing because I love the sport, and I hope that I get at a higher level, like she said. And maybe play a next position because right now I'm only playing one. So maybe if I could play 2 or 3, it's gonna be way better for like the team and just make Belize proud.
Indeed, and we are so proud of you, ladies. You all are the future of volleyball in Belize, and I'm convinced that volleyball is in good hands, and we'll see a lot more gold medals from you all, and hopefully some gold medals. And this is only the start of the country getting to know your names. I believe that will only grow from here. So congratulations once again, and keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you two guys for coming and talking to us. We are going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about Poetic Drum Beats, a collection of poems.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
My name is Hermine Vega. El Patio Grill has been using Belize Bank for over 25 years. We only use Belize Bank at our restaurant. That's why we were able to win this trip to Europe. I had never been to Europe. We found out it was Madrid, and we were excited, and we went to this football match. The teams reached before the game, and everybody was just outside, you know. You can't explain. The noise just roared like 3 blocks down the street, but when you got in there and you saw 70,000 people in there, that was amazing. I couldn't believe it was happening. I had to pinch myself to make sure it was real, you know, because it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, I'd say. My lucky +1 was my son. He's 18 years old, so he was really excited and he enjoyed it as well. He said it's his best trip ever, so it's a priceless experience that we got. Belize Bank has always been there for me. Whatever transactions or whatever I need to do, they're always there for me. I would recommend everybody to use Belize Bank. It's the oldest bank in our country, and they continue to do their best.
The Super Furia Band presents Music Fights Cancer Benefit Concert. Fundraising event for Mr. Pancho of Super Furia Band. When you're dancing, come out and support and get entertained by some of Belize's best musicians, giving back to a worthy cause. On the stage performing will be Watson Sounds Band, Techno Band Belize, Youth Connection Band, Lucio and the New Generation, Gil Hurry 7 Band, Burgers Vibes Band, oh, baby, baby, it's wild world. Santino's Messengers, The Comeback, Mr. Sila Agustin, Reckless Flores, St. Louis, the sweet voice of Annika Perez, the General Super G, and the energetic Mime. Songs provided by Hyper Sound System and music break by DJ Piju and DJ Charlie. Mark the date. Come out and support Sunday, October 6, 2024 at the People's Stadium in Orange Walk Town. Entrance fee is only $10. This is Belize, your musicians, and our eyes have shed tears with the eminent support. Get prepared to have a wonderful time with Belize's finest musicians. Music Fights Cancer Music Festival fundraising event for Mr. Pancho. Come out and support. It's a worthy cause. We thank our sponsors: BTB, 7 News Belize, Hyper Sound, Center Communications, Belikin, News 5 Belize, Wales Distillery Limited, Elite Promos, Hotel de la Fuente, Fiesta FM, License Sounds, DJ Star, DJ Gabby, Maximum Radio and Max TV, and Universal Radio.
Was playing that song from
having a bad day. I just needed...
It's here! The biggest sale of the year. Get ready to find your happy place at Builders Hardware with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Whether you're a professional contractor or a DIY enthusiast sprucing up your home, we got unbeatable prices that will put a big smile on your face. Now is the perfect time to give your wall a fresh look. Get 20% off paint and a whopping 25% off paint supplies. But wait, there's more. From our stylish light fixtures to fans and AC, we got everything you need to elevate your space. Now at 25% off. And for the finishing touch, check out our wide selection of tiles, where you will surely find the tile to match your style, all at 25% off. Plus, with 30 to 50% off selected items, you will find what you need at a price that will surely make your pocket smile. We also sell sand and gravel, blocks, roofing, and so much more. Yes, you can get all your materials from construction start to finish right here at Builders Hardware. Don't miss out on our happy deals. Tell your friends, tell your family. Come visit us, save big with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Builders Hardware in Belmopan. This is your happy place.
We think our customers are awesome!
Welcome back. We are having our third conversation this morning, and as we mentioned, it's all about Poetic Drum Beats. It's a collection of poems, and this is a book that you can purchase. And of course, this was organized in effort of Optimist Club 501 Belize. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this club, it has been around for a very long time. It's not only available here in Belize for persons who are interested in volunteering or who simply care about their community. This is all over the diaspora as well as in the Caribbean. Correct? Right. So we have here with us Tifara Ndazi Panton. She is the foundation rep for Optimist Club 501 Belize. We also have with us joining virtually Charles Lino, and he is the president of the Optimist Club Belize Diaspora, and he's also this book's editor. We also have joining us another 501 Optimist Club member, and that's Renal Lopez. And as we mentioned, it is all about a book on poetry. So there was a competition, a poetry competition that took place earlier. And we have two winners that will also be joining us virtually, Tony Martinez and Jaden Nasir. Quite a long introduction, but Andazi, thank you so much for joining us this
Thanks for having
morning.
Me. Yes, good morning, good morning.
So let's jump straight into, again, just the concept behind the poetry competition and how it ties in with the core values that Optimist Club represents.
So as you said, Optimist International is a worldwide organization. Our arm of the organization is OC 501 Belize. And from the very beginning, you know, we wanted to make sure that we were making an impact countrywide, and especially with the diaspora. With that in mind, we have actually formed the first Junior Optimist Club in Belize, down in PG. And then we formed a couple months ago OC Belize Diaspora. You know, because we have a very large diaspora population that's very interested in you know, giving back. You know, so our goal from the beginning was making an impact across the country and with the diaspora. And so I think we've done a lot of that. But the main focus of Optimist is to work with the youths. And to work from a vision of optimism. So, you know, our motto is to work on, you know, our youths, our communities, and ourselves, right? So every year, Optimist Day comes around, the first Thursday of every February. And we usually focus a lot on civic pride. We do like cleanup campaigns and planting and everything. But Miss Mercy Palacio in the southern region decided that she wanted to have a poetry competition. Southern region is Dangriga and PG, right? So they had poetry competition with elementary school students in Dangriga and high school students in PG. And when the poems came in, you know, we really liked the poems. And so Mr. Charles Lino, who is with us on Zoom and is now the current president of OC Belize Diaspora, said, why don't we put this into a book and publish the poems? And of course, what better way to empower our children than to say, you know, your work is amazing. Let us put it out there for people to see.
And purchase.
Yes. So of course we were on board with that. We had BEL helped sponsor, and then we had 3 members. I don't remember exactly. I think there was Courtney Steen, Candice Bob, and I'm forgetting one other member, sorry. But they helped along with the Angeles Press and BL to print the book as well, you know. And
let me stop you there so we could bring Mr. Lino into the conversation, right? Just to kind of piggyback off of what you've been saying about the book coming together. Mr. Lino, good morning.
Morning, good morning.
All right, you're with us. So let's talk a bit about the publication. And as Mr. Ndazi said, basically how it all came together with inspiration.
First of all, I apologize, I hit the background.
That's okay.
First of all, say thank you for the opportunity. We're very grateful for the opportunity to share the wonderful work of these young poets, of these students. And so I was drawn to the work. I became a member of Optimist around May, which was when I took the project on, and I was very inspired by the work of these students. And it was a great way, being a Belizean myself, living in the diaspora, it was a great way of giving back. So that's how I was drawn to Optimist and drawn to the project.
And for you, that draw brought about the idea, one would imagine, to put together these poems into a publication. Why was this important?
This is important because the students, you know, we've got to give back. First of all, we've got to give back because I think we can all remember at some point in our lives when we had a mentor or someone that inspired us, whether that be in school, at church, or anyone in the community that inspired us to be who we are today. And so that was very important for me to give back. So I'm a pharmacist by profession. I'm also a poet. And so I was really drawn to the work of these students. And in starting to read about the poems, it was a great inspiration. So, you know, it was a no-brainer for me to get involved.
Mr. Lino, what are some of the themes coming out of this publication?
Yeah, when the portrait competition came about, we had 3 themes that we gave the students, and the students only had about 1 month to prepare. In January 2024, the students were given the task. The 3 themes were love of country, love of town, and love of culture. So based on those 3 themes, the students went and wrote their poems around those.
So what I want to do is I want to read the winning poem.
Okay. That's from
Tony Martinez.
Well, we have the winner online.
Yes, we're going to talk to her.
Yeah, okay. She could read her poem.
So actually, Tony, would you be able to recite your poem for us? Let's hear it. Oh, she's at school.
Yes. I love it. Tony, you could go ahead and recite your poem for us and tell us the name of it and then go ahead and recite it.
My heart is on the grass shore. I love my culture. To be great and more. From the greatest of the new city, a beautiful tradition in the life of a kid. From spiritual stories or ancestral and folklore. For example, careful every move. Everyone gets in a groove. From the to our school seventh view. There's for culture, deeply embedded, where the past and present are beautiful to treasure. Thank you.
Ooh, wonderful.
Yeah, that poem is filled with so much history, historical facts. It's filled with so much cultural pride as well. and the enthusiasm which she presents it. I mean, it just draws you.
And I think what stands out to me is the fact that Tony obviously looks very young. She is coming from a primary school.
Yes.
So this is a young girl who either had her culture embedded in her by teachings from her family, or she did her very own research. And that is what I want to ask Tony. Tony, how old are you? 13, I think, is what she was saying there. 13. And it looks like there might be some connection issues with her.
It is perhaps just the mic on the device.
Or the mic on her device.
Yeah, but we also have the second place winner.
Which
is Jaden Nazir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Jaden, do you have your poem in front of you? And are you prepared to recite it for us?
Okay. Love of their culture. Belize is a small country settled in Central America, band of diverse and captivating cultures. We have the Garifuna, Mestizo, Mayan, Mennonites, Asians, East Indians, and the Chinese. All of these other cultures live in one small nation. We all love each other, but most importantly, we love our culture. Garifuna, Aubu Amorono, always looking out for each other. Creole, what you go on? Always checking up on each other. Maya, Yi Abao, never gives up. Chinese, Ni Hao, always excited to meet each other. This is to show how much these cultures appreciate each other. A rich tapestry of cultures to please. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
You definitely learn a little bit of a different language with this one too.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I really like this one, Sabrina. What's your thoughts on this one?
The first thing I thought of was, ooh, that's how you say never give up.
Right.
Yabal.
Yeah.
Wait, in what?
In Maya.
Maya.
Yabal.
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 Yeah, and Abon Amunu Bon.
Albon Amunu Bon.
Aburumon.
Yeah, please do.
I would just go over this poem over and over because it's educational too.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I really like the integration of the different languages in the poem.
Yes.
I find that to be very, very creative. You don't see that often in these types of cultural poems, and it's very educative, as you said.
It speaks to the concept that we often say, the fact that Belize is a melting pot of cultures. The fact that when you come to Belize, you won't see one specific, one color type of person. You'll see many people in Belize, and we all represent what it means to be authentically Belizean.
Perhaps we can ask Jaden, how did what was the thought process that went into putting this poem together, or making this piece come to life, or the inspiration maybe?
Well, growing up in a household that instills culture, I automatically chose this topic because it touched me the most.
Okay, let's big up some people. The school you attend. What school do you attend?
Sacred Heart Roman Catholic Primary School.
So where are you from? Where are you from?
The school I attended when I wrote the poem was Sacred Heart Roman Catholic Primary School.
Where is that? I'm kind of familiar.
In Dangriga.
In Dangriga. And so where are you going now?
Stan Creek Ecumenical Junior College. Stan Creek Ecumenical College.
No, so, all right. So you didn't
skipped high school there for a second.
You didn't have first farm right now.
Yes, sir.
Is poem something you write frequently?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay, so how often do you write a poem?
Now and again.
Okay. What's your goal? What's your vision in life?
Sir?
What's your vision in life? What's your goal?
I want to study law to become a judge.
Oh wow, big dreams.
Big dreams.
I love that. Very coded,
Yeah.
But I also want to get in the conversation. Reynald Lopez, Keisha Reynald Lopez, and she is a 501 Optimist member as well. Ms. Lopez, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Let's talk about your interest in being a part of this club as well.
Well, I was introduced to Optimist 501 by Miss Angela.
Okay.
We met each other while my daughter was doing a sewing program with the mayor. The mayor have a sewing program that he did for free. And so my daughter was interested. So as long as my daughter involved in something, our family will be there. And that's where I met Miss Angela, and she introduced me to Optimist 501. She explained to me what it's all about, and right away I had no problem to join, because I always believe in giving back to my community.
And you're also from Dangrega, yes?
Yes, I am.
That's the mommy.
Yes, that's kind of the connection I was making.
I don't think she just randomly popped up at the house and like,
you're here too? Sitting in a room with you. But Ms. Lopez, talk to me about what this club, or the impact that you think that this club could have in the community in Dangrega.
The impact this club can have in the community, in our community, is simply instilling positivity, giving back in a positive way to our children, to our teens in our community. For Optimist 501 is a club that the members give of themselves to the community in a positive way, in different forms. We give back to the elders, we give back to civic pride, we give back to education. And so we want more people to join us, because we do fundraising. For example, this poetry was an inspiration with 501, with Optimist 501 International Day in February.
Yeah.
So now we are compiling it, putting them in a book, and we're going to sell them for $15. The funds that we will receive will go right back into the community.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
And where can we purchase the books?
So currently you can purchase the books by contacting our membership or by reaching out to us on Facebook. So our page is Optimist Club 501 Belize. Angela's Press printed it, so we're going to talk to them about maybe making it available there. I have to say that we're always working with the National Library Service as well, and this book is available in libraries across the country.
That makes sense.
Wonderful.
Right?
That makes sense. You want that to be.
Right.
So this finally, okay, do you want to add some stuff? Yes, go
you can
ahead.
contact our president, Bernard Panton, at 615-4047, or you can contact Ms. Angela Palacio. She's our outgoing Southern Director, 615-1464. Mr. Charles Lino also has them in the diaspora, 858-774-2634. And of course, you can find this information on our Facebook page, Optimist Club 501 Belize. But I want to touch real quick before we leave on something that Mr. Lino said.
Yeah.
You know, he talked about people who inspired him, and then that's inspiring him to give back as well. I think something that we really need more of in Belize is that culture of mentorship, you know? So if we're working within our communities, working with these youths to keep inspiring them, because at some point, you know, I know when you're in elementary school and you're doing something artistic, it's cute.
Yeah.
And then in high school, it's still cute. But then the minute you get out of high school, the support kind of falls away, you know? But it's not only about having these kinds of things as a career, but building these things help you build your character as well, even if it's not your career. You know, so if we're then supporting them and they can remember the support they have, they will be able to turn into mentors who will support other youths as well. So we're hoping to build that kind of culture, you know, like I said, we talk about the youths, our community, and ourselves.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
That's a very strong point there,
It's a
Andazi.
great way to end the conversation as well.
Absolutely. We want to say thank you so much for joining us, as well as our other guests virtually. Congratulations to you guys. This is such a commendable project. As mentioned, these books will be available in libraries countrywide, and you can also reach out to 501 Optimist Club. The numbers provided. I'm sure you also have social media pages. Find out how you can purchase this book. Get it in your classrooms. Have discussions with the kids in the classrooms as well. All right. We are going to take now our final break, and when we come back, our final conversation is all about the ILS Phoenix Foundation, talking to us and introducing us to Miss Belize Latina 2024.
what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
I say to you that there is a dire global health challenge at our gates in the global south. We have experienced an exponential rise in cardiovascular disease, chronic respiratory and infectious diseases, cancer, diabetes, air pollution, mental health challenges, malnutrition. And all of this while the climate crisis has impacted us and our environment and will continue to do so. We, the citizens of the Caribbean, are faced with a simple choice. What will our future be?
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Rising prices got you down? Well, let Benny's lift you up in these tough financial times. Right now, get low prices on construction materials, such as lumber. And whenever you make a purchase, remember to get your B-Box, which is free money. Only at Benny's, quality and savings.
The Super Furia Band presents Music Fights Cancer Benefit Concert. Fundraising event for Mr. Pancho of Super Furia Band. When you're dancing, come out and support and get entertained by some of Belize's best musicians, giving back to a worthy cause. On the stage performing will be Watson Sounds Band. Getting a groovy inside the dance. Techno Band Belize. Youth Connection Band. Lucio and the New Generation. Gil Hurry 7 Band. Hamburgers Vibes Band. Oh, baby, baby, it's wild world. Santino's Messengers, the comeback. Mr. Sila Agustin. Reckless Flores. St. Louis, the sweet voice of Annika Perez. The General Super G. And the energetic Mime. Songs provided by Hyper Sound System and music break by DJ Piju and DJ Charlie. Mark the date. Come out and support Sunday, October 6, 2024 at the People's Stadium in Orange Walk Town. Entrance fee is only $10. This is Belize, your musicians, and our eyes have shed tears with the eminent support. Get prepared to have a wonderful time with Belize's finest musicians. Music Fights Cancer. Music Festival fundraising event for Mr. Pancho. Come out and support. It's a worthy cause. We thank our sponsors: BTB, 7 News Belize, Hyper Sound, Center Communications, Belikin, News 5 Belize, Wales Distillery Limited, Elite Promos, Hotel de la Fuente, Fiesta FM, Licensed Sounds, DJ Star, DJ Gabi, Maximum Radio, Max TV, and Universal Radio.
Was playing that song from night to song.
welcome back. We are having our final conversation this morning, and as we mentioned, it's all about meeting Miss Belize Latina 2024. She is brought to us by the ILS Phoenix Foundation. So we have here with us the director of ILS Phoenix, Idali Saldivar, and joining us is royalty. We are joined by Shayari Morataya.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Thank you for having us.
So I am so excited to talk about this pageant. I always enjoy, as you guys can tell, having chit chats with pageant delegates, because we were just mentioning pageantry has taken such a big shift. It's no longer just about beauty, it's about substance, it's about platforms, it's about care of community, giving back to community, as you mentioned. And we are joined here this morning by our representative, Shayari, who will be representing us in just about a day. Yes? You travel to
Dominican Republic. I leave tomorrow.
You leave tomorrow, and you'll be there for about 3 days.
Yeah, a week.
A week.
6 to the 12.
To the 12th. To partake in the
Miss America Latina del Mundo.
Miss America Latina
del Mundo.
If you say about it, sounds very nice. Let's talk about your interest in this pageantry in the first place.
Yeah, so from I was a little girl, pageantry has always been like a dream to me. I loved looking up to other girls who participated in pageantry, and I am honored to be able to now be one of those inspiring other young girls as well. So I remember my first pageant was actually when I was about 10 or 11 for a primary school pageant. And that's what really sparked that love for pageantry for me. So now it's an honor to be able to be here discussing this new pageant.
How old are you, if I can ask?
I'm 22.
You are 22, and this would be your what pageant?
This is my first international pageant.
Okay.
Yes.
But you've done this before, obviously. You said from primary school.
Yes, and I participated in Miss World Belize last year.
Okay, so we would have gotten introduced to you before, but you actually won this particular title, and now you get to represent our country as well.
Yes.
What would you say is the difference between this pageant and the others that you have participated in so far?
So for this pageant in particular, it's about representing the Latin culture. And as a Latina myself, I am honored to be able to display my roots and the heritage that comes with it. You know, Belize is a very diverse country, and I'm so glad that I'm able to represent not only Belize, but also in particular that Latin aspect of it.
Yes.
I'd like to bring Ms. Oliver into the conversation, just to talk a bit about what this experience, this entire experience has been like, and how is it that you're managing to be a part of this?
So for me, I've done pageants before. I've done a few Latin pageants, and I've done Miss World in 2013. Belize has had representation at Miss America Latina del Mundo in the past. We have placed twice already, not under my directorship, but now that the ILS Phoenix has the franchise, we do have a lot of Latinas in the country, and I've said this so many times, representation matters.
Yeah.
So making a return back to Miss America Latina del Mundo with Shayari, we're hoping for another placement or that crown. We're coming for the crown.
What does the competition entail?
It has different segments. There is a costume competition. There's the preliminaries, the swimsuit competition, the evening gown, and the question and answer, of course.
What does preparation look like for contestants?
Would you like to discuss that?
So we have been preparing for quite some time now. You know, it's been a lot of work, not only on myself, but also the entire organization. So we've been preparing because, like she said, there's different segments. So we have the swimsuit, we have the evening gown, and of course the question and answers. And it's been a lot of work, but I feel like it's all been worth it. So we're ready to represent Belize proudly.
Is there a particular segment that you are looking forward to the most?
Yes, two actually.
Okay.
The question and answers, and also the evening gown.
Okay. Now, one of the things that, as I mentioned, we are seeing more from delegates that represent us is that they have to showcase that they are passionate about something. They have a platform. In this case, what would be your platform?
So my platform would be non-communicable diseases, but with a particular focus on renal health. So, you know, I always say that health is one of our biggest assets. You know, how can we build up as a country if we don't have healthy citizens? So it's very important for us to take care of our health, and through working with the Kidney Association of Belize, I've been able to see how much these non-communicable diseases affect us, but particularly kidney disease. So 2 out of every 10 persons here in Belize suffer with kidney disease. And through my platform, I want to be able to raise awareness and also educate the community, because, you know, if we educate our communities, then we're able to prevent these diseases before they even start.
So what have you been doing to bring awareness to this issue?
So as I'm a member of the Kidney Association of Belize, so working along with them, we've been at health fairs, we go to different organizations to do like checkups, so free checkups for them, and that way we're able to not only get educate them as well, you know, on what it is and what it entails to have kidney disease.
How do you feel, or how do you believe these pageants add value to young women?
Oh, pageants, like you mentioned earlier, it's not just about the crowns and the sashes and the gongs. It's much more than that. Through pageantry, we are able to discuss topics that we are very passionate about, and everyone has their own different topic, you know, that they want to share. So through this, we're able to, with different girls from different pageants, we're able to communicate and bring all of these interests together to build a better community.
What are some of the key advice, Ms. Saldivar, that you give contestants as they prepare for these international competitions where the spotlight is shining bright on them?
I usually tell them to stay true to themselves. Just be you. There's no one else in this world that is idly Saldivar. There's no other Shayari. Just be true to yourself, and I think that is the best advice you can give someone. I also tell them to advocate for something. Always try to give back to your community. I've tried my very best, and Shayari has been doing such great work as well. The ILS Phoenix, we have a focus on reducing the high school dropout rate. So we've been providing scholarships to high school students throughout the country of Belize. And we've been working in the US doing different food drives. And in Haiti as well, we've been working with a cancer treatment center there.
Wow. So where does the support come from to cover all the expenses as a foundation, as a contestant? Where does the support come from?
We have a few sponsors, local sponsors, and mostly out of pocket. The ILS Phoenix has been coming out of pocket mostly. We have a board of directors and a committee. So we've been pooling our monies together.
What's the return for you all in all of this? I mean, what's the return? Let's put it that way.
The love of it.
Wow.
I would say for the love of it. We all love giving back to our country, just serving our country and being, patriotic citizens.
Yeah.
So,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to even think of what it means to be patriotic as well. And I mean, I think, again, I go back to the misconception or the perception of what pageantry represented many years ago, and the ways that now we are using pageantry as a tool in tourism. I think of these ladies representing our country and sharing a brochure, letting people know where exactly Belize is, because you'd be surprised, people still don't know. But to also share a bit of our culture on your social media platforms. When you leave from the Dominican Republic,
people will actually know how a Belizean looks,
Yes.
how they
Yes.
sound, the fact that there are Latina women there, but also the fact that Belize is still our, English is still our first language.
Yes.
So there are so many ways that we can educate the country, educate other people about our country simply through pageantry.
So here's my final question for you, Shayari, right?
Shayari.
It takes me some time, but what are some things that you definitely cannot leave Belize without when traveling for this pageant?
Oh, I love spicy food. So my Mari Sharp is packed and ready to go.
I agree with you, girl. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's one. Give me two more things you can't leave without. It could be pageant related or non-pageant related.
Okay, so another one would definitely be my sash. My sash means a lot to me. You know, being Miss America, Miss Belize Latina I am honored. It means so much to me.
I like that.
So those two would be my essentials on this trip.
I still want one more for you. I mean, it could be toothbrush or toothpaste.
Of course.
All right, should I keep that as a third one?
All right.
Nice.
At least a Belize flag, though.
Yes, of course.
All right, so that's a good one. So when is the pageant again? Remind us, and perhaps was there a way we can view it?
They haven't released as yet how they're going, but it might be through YouTube. You can stay updated on the ILS Phoenix Facebook, Instagram page. You can also follow Shayari so that you can know where to stream the pageant. It's going to be held on October 12th in the Dominican Republic, but we will be posting. We have been posting so far, so everyone can stay tuned and follow her journey.
Wonderful. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you all the best, and we hope that place or no place, you know that you have an entire country behind you, supporting you, and of course they want to see you do well and come back and don't focus so much on the pressure around you, just enjoy yourself as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. We are going to wrap up now. We want to say thank you to all of our guests who joined us this morning, but a very special thank you to you guys for tuning in with us. It is October 4th, and if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to ya. And if you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com.
And of course, you can catch us on Facebook live every single morning at Open Your Eyes BZ.
As well as Instagram for behind the scenes contents at OYE Belize. Thank you so much for joining us, and please do us a favor and join us again on Monday when you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by Smart, bringing people together, and the Belize Bank, our country, your bank.